Hello and welcome back to the Minetrek.net game server. It's come to my attention that we've had to stop working on the build. There's been a huge problem found, and I spawned in, and there's this thing right here pointing to the issue. I'm going to come down here and take a look at it. It's a pretty significant issue from what I'm told. It's actually detrimental to the build itself, and here it is. Oh my God! What the hell? They're so right to shut the build down. That's Hypanic. He's really freaking out about it. I don't blame him. Okay, you can restart the build now. It's all been taken care of. As I was working with Hypanic, and Hypanic came up with a pretty cool idea based off of another ship build that was started by Killer Waffles, and well, it occurred to us that this big long corridor here, what we call the Broadway Quarter, was just so long that it really needed to be broken up in some way. So I'm sure if you've seen the map, you probably can already tell what we did. Hypanic designed us a nice little atrium here, and I've been spending the last 8 hours working on it, or at least trying to work on it. And it starts on deck 5, and it goes all the way down to I think deck 12. Anyways, don't mind this tree. It's just here, just kind of show that it does have a bottom. Anyways, it looks really good. Hypanic, he set up the basic thing, and then I went back through and I set it up so that it actually fit the interior design of the ship. And we stopped it right here above this deck here. Now I may actually push it down to this deck. I'm debating whether or not to do that, because if I do, then this would be a rounded area. So this corridor will come. In fact, I probably will push this down so that it actually rounds off here. So this corridor right here will kind of round off. And right here is the fish tank crossover. So yeah, can't go down any further, but I'm going to take it down one more deck. Now this is also the life support. I think medical complex is down here somewhere. Life support, life support, life support. Maybe it's up here. Life support. Now one of these decks up here is medical, or down there is medical. Anyways, so yeah, it couldn't go too much further. Yeah, right here it is medical. So if I did this round out right here, it would cut into the medical deck, which I guess would be okay, because if you look in the show, there's sort of a curved area in the sickbay area anyway, so that wouldn't hurt anything. But this little area here is set aside for medical. So what I'll do is I'll drop this down into here, and then it'll go down all the way down to whatever deck this is. Anywho, but yeah, it's pretty nice looking. Pretty happy with it. I just had to rebuild deck 5, 6, and decks 5 and 6, because those decks are actually done. And let me show you here what I did with deck 5. This was actually a closet of some type, and next to it was the entrance into the fusion generator, and I did hook the fusion generators up to the ship's power grid, so they are now into the ship's power grid. What I did is I moved the fusion reactors over a couple of blocks, redesigned the room so that the room's actually uniform around the fusion reactors for the most part. It's a little tight through here, but that can't be avoided. I redesigned this area back here a little bit, and as you can see, it did push into here, but that's no big deal. It actually doesn't hurt this area anyways, because this will be the life support sections for deck 5 and part of deck 4. So I just haven't put the machinery and stuff in here yet. This is the starboard side, and life support for the port side will be put in as well. The bathroom here got a little shrunk, and I didn't finish the bathroom, so I guess we can go ahead and do that here real quick. It's no big deal. It's just, a couple of things get added in here, and then I'll copy it and then just do a mirror. I could probably just build it just as fast. Make sure I grab all the right stuff here. There we go. And the faucet. So we have our thingy. And we come through here. We walk around the atrium, which when you look down, it's gonna be really nice. Well, you're not really going to be able to see it, but it'll actually go all the way down to the bottom of the ship. And it kind of fits along with what M. Heller did with the warp core. Excuse me. You call it the warp core, the computer core. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Hopefully everybody will like it, but I'm sure some people will be like, that's stupid. It's a stupid idea. But, hopefully M's not one of them. But, you got a little thing here. Panic built these little screens to tell you where you're at. Shadow was on, and he helped me redo the roof here. I think Shadow came up with a really nice design with a little light thing there hanging there. I'm sure Matt will probably want to, if he comes on, he'll probably have an idea for making something different. But for the most part, this is just looks pretty good so far, so good. Yeah, but as you can see it now, it looks a lot better when you look down the Broadway here. Sorry, you got this thing down at the end here. It breaks up the deck or the corridor quite nicely, and I like that fact. And this is deck 5. And what I had to do on deck 6 here is part of the arboretum, or excuse me, hydroponics is behind this wall, and life support is here on either side. So, and life support's 2 decks tall. It's deck 6 and deck 7. So from this point forward, all the life support systems and stuff, actually I have to copy this out and mirror it down into deck 7, or deck 7's up there. So I think it's actually already built on deck 7, so it should be okay. I'll just have to make sure that this part gets added to deck 7. But yeah, I just had to kind of brace it in this way a little bit so that it cuts into the room, but there was room over here for it, so we're pretty good. It leaves us extra room here if we want to add additional systems and things like that to life support. So in anything we add to this, we can just copy it and mirror it all the way down. And same thing on this side here. So yeah, this is deck 6 again. But let's go ahead and bounce on down here to deck 7. Actually, deck 7 on the ship isn't done yet, so got to go up here, and then I got to clean up all my work stuff here. Yeah, here's deck 7. So you walk into the hydroponics bay. Panic didn't like the roof. I guess him and Mescal aren't fans of the white stained glass. I like it, and it does, it's designed to simulate overhead sunlight. And that's why this glass is in here. If somebody has a better idea for this, feel free to go ahead and revamp it, on the ship itself. But if you do, just keep in mind that, be careful, because that is the ship build. And again, if you're going to do it, you have to be of a certain rank before you can actually do that. Just either let me know that you want to do it, or let M. Heller know, or let Panic know, so that he can monitor what's going on if I'm not around, or M. Heller can monitor if neither one of us are around. If Mad's on, you can ask Mad, but he's probably going to tell you to ask me, ask M, or ask I Panic. So, but yeah, just if you're going to do something that you want to experiment with, coming up with a better roof idea for the hydroponic space, and remember there are 3 of them. I don't think I have the roof in for the other one, which is on deck up here. So I don't think I actually have the roof in for it yet. This is deck 6, so it would be part of deck 5. I actually got, come to think of it, I'm going to have to go into deck 5 on the ship, and let's go ahead and do that real quick here. I don't know what deck this is. Okay, deck 4, deck 5. Yeah, I have to add this into deck 5. So here's an idea. If you got an idea for roofing for hydroponics and you want to experiment with it, come in here to deck 5 and do up either, because the only one you can really do right now, I guess, would be the port side. Well, I guess the whole deck is in, so you can do the starboard side as well on deck 6 and deck 5. Feel free to experiment with the roof in this area here. And let me show you so you kind of know where it's at. It's just off to the side, center side of the ship. So if you go to the Turbolift here, which is actually right down the center of the ship. This runs right down the center of the ship. Look for that. If you see that, actually no, I think this is not in the center of the ship. I think this is actually off to the side of the ship. No, yeah, it is. It's off to the side. But yeah, just kind of see what I'm doing here. Just come up here and, whoops, went too far. Into here. If you see this acacia wood, then you know this is, just follow it around the corridor here, and you can probably figure out your way into this area a lot easier than what I've just decided to describe. Yeah, it's hidden, but you'll find it. It's no big deal. But yeah, if you want to come here, I'll have the walls. I'll work on getting the walls done up here, and let somebody else experiment around with the roof. And if the roof comes out good in here, we'll implement it in the other 2 hydroponics bays, in all 4 of the other hydroponic, 4, 5, 6, all of the other hydroponic bays. How's that sound? But yeah, if you want to work on it, I'm not on the server. Ask iPanic if he's not on the server. Run it by M. Of course, if M's on the server, always run everything by M first, then me, then iPanic. Just to be on the safe side, because this is M Heller's server. She's got the absolute say on pretty much everything that goes on. So just be sure to not bother M if you don't have to. M's very, very busy. If I'm on the server, ask me, so we don't have to bother M. But if I'm not on the server, run it by M or run it by iPanic, please. So we're on deck 6. Let's buzz down over here. And what is this area here? Oh, duh. This is the other hydroponics. So yeah, you can get to it by just going down through here between these 2 hydroponics, and just go down this corridor here. Yeah, hydroponics. Yeah, it's coming along pretty good. Deck 6 is coming out, and hopefully I'm starting to work on deck 7. Let's actually get out of here and go up. Well, you know what, I hate to say this, but actually it's fastest to do this. I got to get rid of this. Actually, this is the top of the arboretum, or the top, yeah, atrium, excuse me, atrium. Keep getting all my words mixed up. Trust, this is deck 5. Actually, is this deck 5? I think this is deck 5, yeah. I don't know how the hell I copied deck. Oh, I mirrored it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and, no, darn it, I don't think I did mirror this. No, this is deck 6. Yeah, this is deck 6. This is deck 5 up here. So I'm going to get rid of deck 5 up here, because we don't need it now. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm flying faster. As you can see, the power grid on deck 5 here is now tied into the, well, you can see it right here, they're tied into the fusion reactors. And I even pushed it through into this area here so we can, you know, tie it off into the light support. And then there's of course all these other feeds for light support and all that other stuff. I just haven't put it in deck 5. When deck 5 is separated out of the ship and things like that, or when I feel like it, I'll go back through there and I'll make darn sure that deck 5 has its light support. It does have life support, don't get me wrong. Deck 5 does have life support. Right here is deck 5's life support. But I want to add a redundant life support system right here. So just a redundant life support system there, and then this here can be whatever we want it to be. It can be an additional shield generator or structural integrity field. What I'd like to do with structural integrity, if I can, let's go ahead and let this clear out here, and I will, so we won't need this anymore, so I shall go ahead and let it depart the server as well. My instinct is to save it. I think I will save it, just to be on the safe side. My instincts are always like, you know, save what you work on, so in case something goes wrong, you have it. So we will cut this. And that lag you're seeing is actually residual memory as the Wii editor goes through. I don't know if it's a latency issue. Nobody else seems to have that problem, just me. So I'm just going to chalk that up again to my nasty ISP. So my nasty ISP, and I will put it right here. I think. Let's go ahead and slow down and go up. Make sure I'm not sitting on anything, and paste it. There we go. So I have it if I need it, and everything else, and also I can show him that got the fusion reactors. Now the reason why I haven't gotten rid of deck 6 up here is I still sort of kind of need it as part for guidance as to where all the columns go on deck 7. So I can't use this deck 6 up here anymore. This deck 6 up here is, I don't think we did integrate it. Yes, I did. But as you can see, it's not finished. Now there were a lot of changes to this deck after I put it into the ship. One of the things I did do, and we have to go back down to the ship so I can show you here. I was going through the Turbolift systems and reworking them so that they had better flow to them, because I didn't really get the flow of the Turbolifts correct. So the Turbolifts did get some modification work, namely right here. Beforehand, this wasn't all the way up like this. It went up and then it jogged in and then it came straight up. So now what it does is it goes from, say right here, it would go straight down. It was going straight down right here, and it just occurred to me that I didn't like that position because I didn't like it going down and then stepping over, then going down again. So I just decided I want to move it over, and I moved it over so it's a straight shot all the way down to the main one, which runs the length of the ship there. And when I did that, I only affected a small area here, as you can see. All I ended up doing was moving this ladder to this side, except on this side. And this is just a crossover. So if you're up here on the back end of the ship, here's one of the Jefferies Tubes designed by iPanic. We may or may not actually use this one. I don't know. It's up to M. Heller which design. We've got like 3 designs going on. We've got the old design, which was based on the first concepts of the ship's Jefferies Tube system. Then Panic went through, revised it, and then I did a small one down on deck 6. So, and I think M likes this one the better, and I don't blame her, but it's just too much acacia wood. That's the only reason I didn't like it. It just has too much acacia. You know, it all blends in, so you don't really get any dimension. That's the only reason my only objection with it. So, but other than that, it's pretty decent. Anyways, to get over into there and stuff like that, you have to come down because there's a Jefferies Turbolift right above us. So there's no way to get down in here to get back up into this side of the ship, and so on and so forth. This is the underside of the bridge module, and these are interlocks that hold the bridge module in. In the event that the bridge module is jettisoned or becomes a lifeboat, these things are detached and the bridge module separates. So, and of course, this is where machinery and stuff goes that wasn't added. And as you can see, there's the view screen, and this is just basically an area above. So, you know, we may keep I think M put that glass in there for a reason, but the important thing to remember is that if the ship separates, that right there, if it's, you know, it's a grate, so it would have to be sealed off, because for the entrance into like an atmosphere or something, this right here would prove to be fatal to the ship. So it might be a better idea to seal this off and not have it as a grate looking down into this area. Just saying, you know, it's not up to me. But if it was, that would be sealed off so that you can't really see into it. But anywho, go up or down? We'll go down because I want to show you here. Come back around this way here, and I'll show you another change to the Jefferies tubes. Come around here. I was putting in lighting and stuff like that, and we'll go. Doesn't really matter which way we go. I just kind of want to walk around the Turbolifts, trying to get my speed to regulate there. As you can see, I've been changing the lighting over to the new patterns and stuff like that, and come through here. And yeah, I really like when I moved that over there. Really helped out quite a bit. We'll go around this way here, off to the front of the ship there. Anyways, this Turbolift here, these, again, if the bridge module has to separate, these bulkheads will close and then the ship would take off, the bridge module will be jettisoned, and the Turbolift would basically end right here. We'll just go down, because it doesn't really matter where we're going, because I just want to show you here. Now, this is the main Turbolift from the bridge. Here's the bridge. Step into the Turbolift, you come down, this is the separation plane for it, and you come down to here. Now before, this was the floor, and you would come back here, and then you would go all the way over here, and then you'd come down 2 decks and then cross back over into this right here. Well, I didn't like that. I felt that was just, you know, wasn't going to work for me. So what I did is I altered stuffs. So now the main Turbolift comes all the way down and then goes into this main shunt and then down. And I think that's a lot better layout for the Turbolift. Plus we have parking spots for the Turbolift off the main bridge. So yeah, I like that a lot better. Now this Turbolift goes all the way around. And these are for loading, again, from the cargo bay. Be like, you know, Turbolift's design, but they're full of cargo, and they get used to ship cargo around the ship into various locations. And this is actually a pretty cool idea, I gotta admit. I'm pretty proud of that. But comes through here. This is the actual, you get out of it and you walk in here because you don't want to go the other way. That was the actual proper entrance into the cargo bay off of the Turbolifts. But I've been going around and I've been putting these windows and these glass things in here. This is the Guardian of Forever design. And Guardian's not on the server today. I think he's away on holiday. Lucky for Guardian. I know M. Heller is going to go on holiday here pretty soon, if she hasn't already left. She hasn't said anything to me about it. I found it about it secondhand, so yeah, about that, M. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it, should look. It should just be all flowing natural, but as you can see, there's just some things through here because of the way the corridors meet up that we just can't get around. It just is the way it is. And here we are back to where we started from. But yeah, if you get on the server and you want to walk around the server and take a look at the ship, I got to admit, it's coming along pretty nicely. With any luck, we'll have quite a bit of it, more of it done as time goes on. Deck 7's probably going to take me a little bit longer than Deck 6 here has, and I'm still working on Deck 6, mind you. We're still, obviously, with those two hydroponic bays have to be filled in and all that stuff. Plus I got to go through and I got to find some of the areas that need to be fixed and obviously upgrade, finish doing all the lighting and stuff like this stuff. Anyways, I do appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. Again, this is the Minetrek.net game server. You have a wonderful day. If you hit that like button for me, greatly appreciated. If you'd like to donate to the server, there's a link in the description below. Please like us on our Facebook page and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.